Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Nagesh Bandari, and today we're going to talk about something that affects so many of us: anxiety. Whether it's the anticipation before a big presentation, navigating stressful moments at work, or dealing with everyday pressures, anxiety is something we all experience. It's that feeling in your chest, that knot in your stomach, that voice in your head telling you something is wrong. But here's the good news. Anxiety doesn't have to control your life. There are practical, effective ways to manage it, and today I'm going to share some of those strategies with you. When we talk about anxiety, we often focus on the mental and emotional aspects, but we forget about the physical. Our bodies have a built-in system for managing stress, our breath. When you're anxious, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. Your body is in fight or flight mode, preparing for danger. But most of the time, the danger isn't physical. It's just our thoughts running wild. So how do we calm the body and mind? By consciously controlling our breath. The first and most powerful tool to manage anxiety is practicing deep, intentional breathing. Here's a simple technique. Inhale slowly and deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your chest and belly expand as you draw in that breath. Hold that breath for another count of 4. Finally, exhale slowly and gently through your mouth for a count of 6. Let go of any tension as you release that breath. Repeat this cycle for about 5 minutes, and you'll be amazed at the difference it makes. Deep breathing activates your body's natural relaxation response, signaling to your mind and body that it's safe to relax. Now let's talk about the source of so much of our anxiety: our thoughts. Our minds are incredibly powerful, capable of creating amazing things, but they can also be our own worst enemies. Anxiety often stems from our thoughts spiraling out of control. We start thinking about what could go wrong, imagining the worst-case scenario, and before we know it, we're caught in a web of fear and worry. But here's the truth. Most of what we fear never actually happens. Our minds are experts at creating problems that don't exist. So how do we break free from this cycle of negative thinking? The key is to challenge those thoughts. When you notice yourself spiraling into anxiety, stop and ask yourself, is this thought really true? What evidence do I have to support this thought? How likely is it that this worst-case scenario will actually happen? By questioning our thoughts, we start to detach from them, to see them for what they are, just thoughts, not facts. And here's another powerful technique. Replace those negative thoughts with positive, affirming ones. By consciously focusing on the positive, you can train your mind to be calmer, more optimistic, and more resilient in the face of challenges. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush, the constant doing, the never-ending to-do list. But amidst all the chaos, there's a place of peace and stillness within each of us, and that's the present moment. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our attention to the present moment, without judgment. It's about noticing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting carried away by them. Think of your mind like a calm lake. When a thought or feeling arises, it's like a ripple on the surface of the lake. With mindfulness, we observe the ripple without letting it disturb the stillness of the lake itself. So how do we practice mindfulness in our daily lives? It can be as simple as taking a few minutes each day to just sit and be present. Find a comfortable seat, close your eyes, and turn your attention to your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, the gentle flow of air in and out of your nostrils. Don't try to control your breath, just observe it. As you focus on your breath, you might notice thoughts popping into your mind. That's perfectly normal. Just acknowledge them without judgment and gently guide your attention back to your breath. You can also practice mindfulness during everyday activities. When you're eating, savor each bite, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and aromas. The more you practice mindfulness, the more you'll find that you're able to step back from your thoughts and emotions, to observe them without getting swept away by them. We've talked about the power of breath and the importance of managing our thoughts, but there's another crucial element to overcoming anxiety: taking care of our physical well-being. Our minds and bodies are deeply interconnected. When we take care of our bodies, we nourish our minds as well. And one of the most effective ways to care for both is through physical activity. Exercise is a natural stress reliever. When we engage in physical activity, our brains release endorphins, which have mood-boosting and anxiety-reducing effects. Think of endorphins as your body's natural feel-good chemicals. And the best part is, you don't need to become a marathon runner or a gym enthusiast to reap the benefits. Even moderate exercise, like a brisk walk in nature, can make a world of difference. Imagine yourself stepping outside, feeling the fresh air on your face, the sun warming your skin. As you walk, you feel your muscles working, your heart pumping, your blood flowing. With each step, you feel stress and tension melting away, replaced by a sense of vitality and calm. Find an activity you enjoy, whether it's dancing, swimming, cycling, or simply taking the stairs instead of the elevator. The key is to make movement a regular part of your routine. Gentle stretching, like yoga or Tai Chi, can help release that tension and promote relaxation. In our always-on, constantly connected world, it's easy to neglect one of the most fundamental needs, sleep. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor, sacrificing sleep in the name of productivity. But here's the truth. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Just like we need to nourish our bodies with food and water, we need to nourish our minds and bodies with rest. When we don't get enough sleep, our bodies and minds don't function at their best. We become more irritable, more reactive, and more susceptible to stress and anxiety. Think of sleep as a nightly reset button for your mind and body. During sleep, our bodies repair tissues, restore energy, and consolidate memories. Our minds process emotions, regulate hormones, and prepare for the day ahead. So how do we prioritize sleep in our busy lives? Start by creating a relaxing bedtime routine. An hour or two before bed, dim the lights, put away your electronic devices, and engage in calming activities like reading, taking a warm bath, or listening to soothing music. Make sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet, conducive to restful sleep. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed, as they can interfere with sleep patterns. And most importantly, listen to your body's natural sleep cues. As we've explored these practical strategies for overcoming anxiety, it's important to remember that you are not alone in this journey. Anxiety is a common human experience, and seeking support is a sign of strength, not weakness. Sometimes the most powerful antidote to anxiety is connection. Talking to someone you trust, a friend, family member, therapist, or support group, can make a world of difference. Imagine yourself sharing your worries and fears with someone who listens with empathy and understanding. As you talk, you feel a weight lifting, a sense of relief washing over you. You realize that you don't have to carry this burden alone. If you're struggling with anxiety, don't hesitate to reach out for professional help. A therapist can provide you with tools and strategies tailored to your specific needs, helping you to manage anxiety and live a fuller, more meaningful life. Remember, seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of courage and self-awareness. It takes strength to acknowledge when we need help and to reach out for support. And even if you don't feel comfortable talking to someone directly, there are countless resources available online and in your community. The most important thing is to remember that you are not alone. So, there you have it. From breathing exercises to challenging negative thoughts and practicing mindfulness, there are plenty of ways to take control of your anxiety and feel more at peace. Remember, managing anxiety takes practice, so be patient with yourself. Start by incorporating one or two of these strategies into your daily routine and see how you feel. Over time, you'll develop a toolbox of techniques to navigate anxiety and live a calmer, more fulfilling life. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. Nagesh, until next time, stay calm and stay positive.